Breaking news. I read this during that They Really Get audio, and I'm already temperature rising. The Atlantic Coast Conference today announced the matchups of the league's 18-game men's basketball season for this upcoming season. So, for those that don't know, they cut it from 20 conference games to 18 for this upcoming year. And what that means is you're only going to have one team every single year. They call it a primary partner. So an ACC team, an Atlantic Coast Conference basketball team, men's basketball, will have one team that they play twice every year. They will play home and on the road every year.
They call that primary partner.
Then they have something called a variable partner. That is one additional team that they will play twice that year, and it could change year over year. Everybody else, they will play once, and there will be one team that they don't play at all. Okay? So there's no surprise to me, at least, amongst the teams we cover for who the primary partners are. Duke and Carolina, they're primary partners.
Makes sense.
I would never expect anything different. State and Wake, they are primary partners.
Makes sense.
Every single year, Duke will play Carolina at home, and Duke will play Carolina on the road. Carolina, Duke, I didn't say them in an order. It's just how it's written in front of me. State and Wake, same thing. They will play in ironically, the center we're sitting outside of, the Lenovo Center, and at the Joel when Wake hosts, both every single year. The variable partners for the 2025-2026 season infuriate me. NC State, their very first variable partner is Virginia. And North Carolina's very first variable partner will be Syracuse, which means this upcoming year, State and Carolina will only play each other once. They will not play each other two times unless they schedule each other in a non-conference game, which, having talked with Will Wade and asking him that question, he said he would be willing to, but he didn't see it happening. He didn't see the two sides being able to agree to it.
Duke plays Louisville.
Duke, Louisville, and Wake Forest, Virginia Tech. To be honest with you, Duke, Louisville, and Wake, Virginia Tech, I don't know what else they were. I guess they could have played each other.
I mean, I think Duke Wake.
Duke Wake makes sense. I'm not as upset with that one. State Carolina playing each other once.
Only once in basketball.
When ACC had
dumb.
They had the option to make them variable. I assumed I gave the ACC too much credit. When this scheduling quirk was named, when they went from 20 conference games to 18, I said, all right, well, we know the primaries are going to be UNC Duke, and we know the primaries are going to be Carolina, are going to be State and Wake.
Virginia Tech, all that stuff.
And then I went, and my idea would be 97% of the time, the variable partner, the secondary partner, that could change, will be four teams that have another very obvious rival stagnant. It would be State and Carolina every year, unless the previous year State and Wake went to 6 overtimes in the regular season, State and Louisville went to 6 overtimes in the regular season, then met up again in the ACC tournament. Then they would kind of give them another chance the following year. It makes no sense. None. That you would make the secondary, the variable partner of NC State, Virginia. Absolutely none.
I mean, we got to wrap up here. But I will say, at least it's a traditional ACC school against a traditional ACC school. At least I'm getting that.
I'm not giving them any pity points for not. It's not the worst possible, but it kind of is. It's not if it's not first, you're last. If it's not State, Carolina playing each other home and away this year, it's dumb. It's dumb, and every other option was foolish. And same for Carolina. They should. I'm furious. And you know what? Here's why. How many times are ACC powers that be, right? The presidents, the commissioners, the athletic directors gonna whine and cry about the Big Ten and the SEC, and they have more money, and we have to find a way to make more money, and we have to operate. We gotta be more cold blooded. You have an operate for business purposes. The television contract. You want rivalries. You need rivalries. Who do you think ESPN is more excited to broadcast? State Carolina or State Virginia? Carolina, Syracuse? You think that's getting everybody? Oh, they better get the one up there in the Carrier Dome, or Carolina State Crosstown.
Yeah, Boeheim's not on that sideline.
I am at a loss. I don't know what they're doing. They're exacerbating the doomsday scenarios that people are worried about for the conference. Basketball matters, and if you ruin ACC basketball, I'll never forgive you. I don't. If you make a decision this bad, I don't know what you're capable of.